abusia enunti med ene kavok omuhu ansensem asese aba abeje o my Ghana aboso a cocaine na ebi ewo med ne kavok yimu anase na sika dollars bi ebi wom anana hwe enim because ensem no to me no ase akoye mienu ne miensa ba whatever the cases no ade say yebebo awura ensem nim na kakra yinim no yasanim agu ho no because ensem bi ekire ma adwen ewo this particular med ene kavok plains hu pa na sawunim ensem we mu pa yi a odi obetumi adrop adwen kire e de ato comment section no ase na eja se wo bibi a akoye ba sa wonte asem no ase yi anase aye nwanya wo wani so a odi join me besane bibia mu sade beye a obeti ase na me de obehya ase afri emedi ne hu history eho na ya baba bewie eye on the 9th of April 2025 ebra NI before call Reverend NTIM FORDJOUR'S na kache anani fie se omu eko akoche no eja nea esisi honum no eno nso no ade se memawo etiebi ba ode before kra sana medewo ebehya ase no tie this particular assembly a so ebra MPP officials no etumi eko NTIM FORDJOUR'S efie ensem a omu ede tutu dwane bi tie na afi no yemra na emedi nkomo no emfa emfiri ehonom
se kukuru no enjai a kika no so enjai we ne boni ne den se wo hu se bibi a enye akoso
okay
na ode betudwa se Ghana man nya mehu ne ye nyina ye hwehwem se bibi a enye esia ye hwe kwan a ye befa so na as a country no ya so ano boni na se ndo boni abagana enya mene nyina asede say ye bepe kwan a sa ndo modi nyina ye be yefi on my way mo. So why this approach? Why is what is the source of anger? And I see yampeni
samum
say ombekuye ombekita tutu ha nyina ombetutu nyina our four best have fought for this country ye nananom omo de kon energy my way. What is your no single arrest warrant has been given except that thing order from above, that animal order from above. And else it will not work. Because Ghana pong extra choir se ope mrasheni would be faso. Simple. Write to the speaker will release the person. Now what is the cocotti rasmatas because more bind to me.
Okay, I just say MPP for so and someone any a course on the 9th ewo NTIM FORDJOUR'S akachie no na ano eden papa na yebebobi and someone eye afenwoma kensemo ede etutu dwane nyina no yebekomu but yem focus pa no eye emed ene eye kavok eye playing eho ensem no eno na yeba abedi eho komo se ubekaya my video bi afa just recently NI before and as a police for intercepted a cocaine B. Ewo amasamai. Na omu chile muse cocaine no a free western region. Na cocaine no baby a free everybody obia nim. Nemum no eye kodwo ya omu yusu di fish no. Emu eno omu suspect se cocaine no omu de transporto edeba o my name. Tiasem we yo. Anche ene esa hunu say anayete se container bi dollars ene ho ensensem achese Ghana there right now no e kamia ko ese issues a eba ene enoma aye chichi no e fa baby no eso e chen ye na eno ena e ma this eye play yi ho asem no suspect no e sha ase e raise ya nkrofo e suspect eye this particular place ya ebesi ye ewo Kotoka International Airport no na somewhere March 2025 ena eye emrasha bedwani edema eye Asen South constituency mecha Reverend John NTIM FORDJOUR'S obe address issue bi ewo and also or the press conference ana eja onu ne di animu ana ode betu Ghana for anim say plan B atumi aba o my Ghana mu a ene de make say emedi ene kavokui na almost suspect say ni intel anase according to ono ni intelligence omu eyi na sutere no kire say plan na ebesi honom no amesi honom si hosa na mum no bibi ewu achese suspect plan no na eno na Reverend NTIM FORDJOUR'S draw your friends the public attention say empanifo amia hwehwe plan yi ho ensem yi mu na ye hwe se ni boni bi wom ana se ni boni bi enimu a na bi mu so dollars bi wom ana dollars bi enimu a na ebra a obeka sa ensem we de kire Ghana fo enso efam ba bi no ye ni ekosa ensem no ho no anche na spokesperson edema the president of the Republic of Ghana mechire Felix Kwachi Ofusu. Yes, Mr. Felix Kwachi Ofusu. Ono so ede anu ye bi ebaye. Na anu ye ya Kwachi Ofusu wono anso no ye MP edema ebura sebu Kwamankese so ho efo no. Anu ye na wode ebaye no. Wode yankwa ne yankonko tie because anu ye no am say potholes bi awuwo mu. Na yawie ni nyina no na afei manya abotre na emede ho nsensem ene kavok planes ho ensensem no ya kwane mako na wonso adwenkyere no ode ato comment section no asene adi nkomo ede afiri honom na social media for so nsem kakra omukaye no yebekom ne yahwe se ebi make sense anase e make sense ha eno so no ye nyina no yaso ebetibi yeti ensemo a Kwachi Ofusu ede betu dwa no.
In the last few days, the disinformation machine of the new patriotic party has been ratcheted up and they've taken it a notch higher. This time, Reverend NTIM FORDJOUR'S, who also doubles as the Member of Parliament for the good people of Asin South, has made very wild claims to the effect that 2 aircrafts which passed through Ghana for various reasons were carrying drugs, and that was the reason why they were here. He also alleged that they were involved in money laundering, and therefore he was calling for investigations. As you may be aware, President Mahama gave him the opportunity to present any evidence or any basis he has for making that claim to the security services, so that together we could look into the matter to ascertain whether there was any truth in it. I can report to you that because he knew he was peddling total falsehoods and lies, he now claims, after being invited to assist with investigations, that he was speaking on behalf of the committee that he was part of, and that the views he expressed were not his personal views. So because of that, he says he's unable to cooperate with the security agencies. I say that he was peddling falsehood because the facts as they exist vary completely from the claims that he made. When he made that claim, he was only seeking to peddle falsehood in a bid to undermine the confidence that the people of Ghana have in this government. The truth is that 2 aircrafts with completely different purposes arrived in Ghana, and their arrival was perfectly legitimate, and they were here for very genuine reasons. The first one is an Antonov flight 12BK with registration number CVK 7037. Now, this flight essentially is a cargo plane which arrived on the 12th of March 2025. Now, no plane arrives in Ghana without a landing permit. So this plane secured a landing permit with number GAF/TMAO/25/7863. Now, the purpose for arriving in Ghana was what we call a technical stop. Essentially, this is a cargo flight that was destined for the European Union market. And European Union regulations dictate that some specific regulatory requirements be met before any plane of that sort can enter the EU. Now, this plane originated from Luanda in Angola. It was loaded with oil drill equipment and lubricant oil, which were contained in jerrycans. It was headed for the EU market. Now, Luanda does not have the certification to carry out the sort of requirements that this plane had to meet before entering the EU market. Now, the specific requirement is a scanning and screening REV procedure, which is a requirement to enter the European Union. Rwanda doesn't have it. The Swiss cargo facility at the Kodoka International Airport has that certification, and they can do that kind of scanning. Whilst here, it developed an engine blade fault. Its engine blade was damaged, and then it was also detected that there was severe oil leakage, which required immediate attention. For that reason, a replacement aircraft, URCEZ, with registration number CBK 7007, was brought in to evacuate the cargo. The aircraft that was damaged remained here for 13 days. That is between 12 March and 25th March 2025. After it had been inspected by aviation security, officials of the Narcotic Control Commission, officials of National Security and National Intelligence Bureau, no contraband or unlawful commodities were found on the aircraft. Now, the second aircraft in question is a Hawker 800 XP with registration number N823AM. Now, this aircraft is operated by an organization called AirMed International, which is based in Birmingham, Alabama, in the United States of America. It operates as an air ambulance. Now, Air Medical International flights in Ghana are handled by Tropicana Airlines. Now, this plane landed in Ghana on 20th March from Gran Canaria, Las Palmas, Spain, having gone through Luanda in Angola. Now, it was also here for a technical stop, which is refueling and crew rest, which is perfectly legitimate activity. It was cleared to land in Ghana with clearance number GAF TWXR252604 OFAA 0297/25. Now, whilst it was landing in Ghana, it developed a tire burst and some difficulty with its landing gear, and therefore needed to remain here to be serviced. So another aircraft with registration number N864 arrived on 22nd March with tires and flight engineers from Luanda to replace the damaged tires of the aircraft. Now, once this was fixed, it departed the Kotoka International Airport on 25th March. The aircraft was once again inspected by officials of aviation security, officials of national security, officials of the National Intelligence Bureau, and NACOC, who made sure that it did not contain any unlawful substances, as alleged by Reverend NTIM FORDJOUR'S. So, in a nutshell, the claims of NTIM FORDJOUR'S are false. He cannot prove it. That is why he is running away from the investigative bodies. He is unable to provide any shred of evidence to back his claim. I urge you to be wary of a desperate MPP that believes that the best way to claw his way out of the humiliating defeat they suffered in December 2024 is to peddle these falsehoods under the guise of performing legislative oversight. Whilst we welcome legislative oversight and scrutiny and criticism of any sort aimed at ensuring that we improve upon governance, it is important to condemn this level of political obscurantism, which is deliberately targeted at misinforming people and misleading the public and bringing government's name into disrepute for no reason. Reverend NTIM FORDJOUR'S has failed to honor the invitations extended to him by national security because he does not have a shred of evidence, and he will never be able to provide any evidence to back his claim because none of the things that he said were true.
Eti sawutie ensamwa okasamafo edema John Dramani Mahama mechire Honorable kwachi ofosu ne nsem yi a na kyerese ne ono so abeclare ne se asɛm a ɛyɛ Reverend NTIM FORDJOUR'S allegation na oyeye no se ensuo bia enim na asɛm wei na obeka ye no na Ghana fo bi ehunu se inconsistencies bibrebi ɛyɛ hyehye baabi enu nti saa na tie de a omu ɛbɛkɔ nsɛm no mu na omu ahwɛ se asɛm a ɛyɛ Reverend Kwachi ɛyɛ friend say Reverend NTIM FORDJOUR'S ɛbɛka ye no ɛne asɛm a ɛyɛ Kwachi Felix Kwachi Ofosu enso ɛbɛka ye no ɛyɛ emudie he ɛna ɛyɛ no korɛ enu nti no tracking ɛhyɛ aseɛ sɛ ɛkɔso a kyerɛ ne nkrɔfoɔ track ye based on asɛm a ɛyɛ Felix Kwachi Ofosu ɛbɛka ye nkrɔfoɔ hu sɛ your friends say inconsistencies ɛwom no na mame break ade down na afei no yemu sɛ ye ho ensɛm baako ani mienu bi ɛyɛ Kwachi Ofosu ɛkasɛi no ɛyɛ ade sɛ wo kyerɛ sɛ Kavok plane ni a ɛyɛ cargo plane no a ne din ɛde Antonov flight ɛyɛ B12B ɛyɛ cargo na ɛno no na efri ɛyɛ Rwanda Angola eba abetwam na kyerɛ sɛ akɔ EU European Union na question a me busa ne sɛ ɛyɛ cargo plane a yɛtumi ɛde ɛsoma sɛ ɛnkɔ EU ɛnyɛ specifically Ghana enti ɛna cargo plane no ɛbaw yɛnti asɛm we say eye yɛahyɛ sɛ adeɛ no ɛnkɔ EU countries mu ɛyɛ European countries no emu bia emu afei cargo plane yi edru Ghana ejina according to ɛyɛ Kwachi Ofosu ne nsɛm a ɔde ɛbɛtu edwa no ɛsoa ne yɛgyina ɛgya yɛ kasa ɔse technical stop ɛna cargo yi enyaayɛ na reason a cargo no enya technical stop no ɛne sɛ wɔkyerɛ sɛ baako ɛyɛ RA3 a ɛno no ɛyɛ a permit a sɛ aeroplane no enkura entumi enwura EU ɛhɔnom mepacho tie ni yo sɛ permit no sɛ aeroplane no sɛ cargo no enkura that particular permit na entumi enko EU ɛnu nti no ɛwɔ sɛ otumi esi Ghana na Ghana fo ɛyɛ kotokafo ɛna wɔ saa RA3 ɛyɛ permit ni bi na omo de ama ɛyɛ Antonio your friend say Antonov yes Antonov flight no cargo flight no na ede atoa so ede eduru EU honum eno no ye classify ne say technical fault ana so receipt ene wo ba beje ana permit ene wo beje eno no ye kaka technical fault ho ana na question number 2 so no ene say cargo plane na yan kan kyerɛ ne sɛ ɔmra Ghana mamu nemum ankanani ɛkyerɛ ɛyɛ yiyu ɛmamu straight no ɛyɛ Rwanda foi meka Angola foi no omu operate cargo so a omu nim sɛ ɛkɔ EU nanso omu ni ɛyɛ RA ɛyɛ permit anasa certificate bi no ɛno no ugiri sɛ it make sense ɛna sɛ make sense nso dia anka plane no can destination no anka ebeye Ghana because ye ni bi e wo Rwanda ho enu nti plane no a destination no eye say me ba Ghana straight but in this case ne de Kwachi Ofosu kyerɛ sɛ eye technical fault to be ɛna ɛma plane no ebe lande ye e wo my Ghana mu minim sɛ wote ase pa ya but ye breaking no ma down na ye de ye friend say ye de atoto no ma ho. According to Honorable Kwachi Ofosu, ne samu a waka no wo kyerɛ sɛ plane no enya besi Ghana pe me kanka go plane yo enya besi Ghana pe ana omusa plane no ɛhyɛ ase sɛ a develop fault na fault a develop ye no ɛyɛ engine blade fault yakasa bibi a develop ya kyerɛ sɛ adeɛ no ebia esi honom no by test anase airland no airland wieye no yehunu se bibi anase problem bi aba bibi mu very good enuti wo chese a developer eye engine blade fault a chese engine blade no asai enuti na me question a me busa baako ene se ena ma me fa wen kran so enka ho ewie ya no ena omusa ehunu se omu diagnose eye da cargo plane no ena omu hunu se esa ewo severe oil leakage. These two ne there engine blade fault no ene severe oil leakage no there ubetumi aka se eye ade a eye technical stop very good anon de betu aka se eye technical eye stop but with regards to RA3 certificate no honom no chere ma adwen kakra because eno no say ye ka se eno no ebetumi aye technical stop a eno ntina plane no stop ya it doesn't make sense because the plane itself no from Luanda honom no na yen destiny say emra o my Ghana mu emra o my Ghana mu yes sa pepepe ena eno so etie enuti according to Mr. Kwachofosu no or just say sa cargo plane ya meka ho asem akire wi no on the 12th of March 2025 ena ebesi wo my Ghana mu na edi 13 days ansa na omutumi air service awie enuti another flight baako enso ebaye eno nso cargo ye bi na o kire mu a cargo plane na ebaye no na enuoma ne wom no na oil drilling equipment ena I think say gallon bi ene enuoma bi etise sa ena na ewo sa plane mu according to minister Kwachi Ofosu na sem no no na gallon ya ewomu imu no ye bani abebo awuramu ye be follow the tracking of the flight no na ya busa ye ho se hefa na flight no free ebeduru o my Ghana mu na si ye flight no the destinations baby bia emiamia na flight no ekọ ya anasa these two flights ya ho aba asem yi emiamia na free eba no days say and spend day ye ewo destination si honom nemum o man Ghana nkoa de these two flights no etimi ebe your friend say etumi ebenya ebe spend day this longer days ho aba asem yi na ma menchepo asem bi kura emfamu ansa na mewure amfi yenim se Ghana airport kotoka de dania aviation was a baby a cameras hodom na nwansam ne se omo kire se baby a these two planes no ebesi ye de camera ebi ni ho because we dey kan tintin tetiamu no ene se anka enho aba achinie sei no empanimfo anka atumu se monko enkohwe na eja munsiesie anase je tumu se monkonkohwe se cocaine na ade de baye ene dollars bi na asmogel ade aba o manim no anka ni titintem na se kamo koya kamo mo pe camera na anka mo ahwe se camera no obi edum no ana obi enum no na se enum ne dia ebra alupre no ebesi honom no ye yiyi box bi a yesusu se ebia cocaine anase sikabi efrimu ana anka de tintin tetie mu ano ba nwasem ne se omu echire mu a according to some sources no omu echire se baby a aluple wesi besisiye no cameras eni hono ade no anodin okay ya wie Antonio flight no 12B no yemfa eno ento enchen kakra yebesa abaso bio because eno no ne flight number de ebesi o man Ghana mu no CVK 7037 CVK 7037 ana de ebe replace no anase ebefa anoma no ebra omo kire say first one no enya problem no eno so e number no eye CVK 7007 ye ko eye tracking no emu a ye behwe se enoma bi a eye contraband goods eba omaganam anase entesa okay anuti according to eye kwachi ofosu ne nsam a ode atu dwa no wo kire say another flight bi enso eba omaganam a eno so ka allegations na eye Reverend NTIM FORDJOUR'S edebetu edwa no emu na sa flight no that type of flight no ye fra no Hoka 800 XP Hoka 800 XP na and also registration number eye N823AM N823AM na sa flight we say no eye organization bi a ye fra no say Med International omo edia na so o study eye sa Med we say no ho asem kakra de ekani tie die Med we say no entukwa Med we entukwa ana se ebetu a eye say for medical purposes eye either say ede oyarefuo bi efri baabi ekọ baabi ana okofa oyarefuo bi na enam say eye organization edia ninti no enya de say wo mu ebema ho kwan say flight no entu na mendam wiemu na ensa mepake sa akwa debi Med no ni suban entesa na se wo hwe origin of this plane eye America fo na eye na kakra minim bebre efa aviation no ho de den soro kakra minim ene se country bi eye plane bi because say aviation yemfa ho asem eni agro ninti no se country bi eye plane bi na se ho spare parts ya eye that country na ena ede ho part eba except say ebia de make no entesa na wunimude a obetumi nso ede ato comment section no ase na yesuade ede efri ho na omo kire mu a sa Med we say organization sa Med international yi medical no international no airlines a run ewo Ghana anase airlines a sa Med no eye under omu no eye Tropicana Airlines okay fine sa eye alupreyi eba oman Ghana mu on the 20th of March 2025 na owura kwachi ofosu kire se efri Spain ena atwa mu ko Angola ansa na eba oman Ghana mu yewia yebewure mu na yahwe na ebra ebesi oman Ghana mu no anase the reason why tia ema no ebesi oman Ghana mu no ene se eno so eye technical stop ye bi technical stop ene ma no esiye na esiye no technical fault no a problem ne say number 1 na omo ebefuole elupre no omo de ye friends fan wo ana petru ma menye ne so ho de omo diku elupre mu no ebi na omo de eba abegum na omo kire mu say ebi omo no na crew no abre enunti na crew no epese omo ji omo ahome. It makes sense. Now, according to eye kwachi ofosu ne nsam a okire mu no o kire se ebra plane no ebesi fomo pe ena esa enya eye tie bust che tie no epaye na minim se sensen wie nim eho no ena nkasa bi ewu omum a tie no epaye anase esi form no ena tie no epaye nanso plane no etumi esi ade no ano edin anase ebra plane no elande ya omubo break twio a chese break no etumi ejina so a plane stop ya no and then you tow tie no e paye and on the day just say inchiremu papa bia emaye ana omo chiremu a ebra plane no ebeduru ho no ma omo e check no mu say landing gear eno so ho ewo problem landing gear ho ewo problem a chese ne this particular Hawker 800 XP and also eba on my Ghana mu a on the 20th ena ebesi on my mu na omo chire mu a XP your friend say Hawker 800 XP na bi da emede no enu abi but where the registration number no N864 and also free America and now baby free bia eba on my Ghana mu on the 22nd enuti na just say first one no edi 2 days ewo on my Ghana mu it on the 22nd of March 2025 na the second one no eba ye no ono no de what the ties ena free Angola Luanda ene engineers eba ye I don't actually know say that particular flight no na ewo Luanda honom dada anase na wo America memu because makacho say origin no America ena ewo anase ewo America memu ena ebe sine call Luanda ekofa wo mu ansa na edi wo mu eba but in any case question a yebusa ne say Ahmed a year for medical purposes this obi yare anase ambulance te say car ambulance no we dey elupremu ambulance eti in my opinion anase in my little thought about aviation emuno na emedifue omuntumi nya cargo planes bia foforo bia emfa tie bi emma ene crew members yemfa ne say engineers emfri Luanda emma this emed ya akro ya na say should in case say all of a sudden omunam wiemu no ena company no enya call ka say ene emedifo ye nya call ya call bi aba che say ye wo emergency enu nti no o se mutumi ekofa nipa wi ana nipa se na mode no eko ayaresabia ana se o se mode eduro efa eko baby eko ma wo bia eno ne sa no anka omu beyi engineers no afri wiem amom de parachute abesi form anase anka plane no e di engineers ni nyina ebetwa si akọ na eja omu akọ fa nipa no abom na omu wie a omu asa e de aba we no me personal question because plane na ye de adwuma specifically for important adwuma bie no menya sure si ebetumi atoto no asawram saa but in a way no eja ebinum bese yenim so yeje adi ena kwache ofosu honorable ebeka sansem we sei kire se Ghana for yanyini nanso no sade me kan ye no ye befa ne saa yaje adi na the first flight no edi kan ba ya me kire se Hawker 800 XP and the number no N823 AM no and no to every Ghana memu on the 25th of March 2025. Don't forget some medical can look prebi kavok ho asaba chero sa kavok no so enye one emed no any connection no onso 225 kro ya eye coincidence anasa eye day ade no ano edin dopo adwenkyere eto comment section nim na yeni enkomo emfa emfiri honom afei no eye comment mu ache Ghana fo bi adwenkyere omo ede eba ye no mamemfa mongura moy naja yen kan ensem ba akubi anase mienu bi yen sada enche because ye be tracking no eso na ya hwe ade ba ako ene mienu bi ede efiri honom okay enu ti no se wo hwe eye Yehuwa ba Vandama was say, but TV3 post pictures of a plane with white color, or I don't know anything concerning aviation. And only the say Yamfa and no and to Hono Mwansa. And a Shibori Assad, the photo, it didn't show a hole. Was say MPP shouldn't act like they are speaking for Ghana because we don't know them. Okay. And now, Osafo Kingsford was say, is this on Netflix? Is this on Netflix too? So ono de ade ya esi ewo Ghana mamuno obusa se esini no ewo Netflix ana opebi akohwe. Ena eye Musa Dankwa odo so say, so they came from Gran Canaria, Spain to buy fuel and repair their plane in Ghana and return straight back to Gran Canaria. How possible? So Spain now repaired their planes and also buy fuel from Ghana. Asem Sebe, can you show us the departure inspection video? And Joseph Hale on also essay, we could have avoided this back and forth. And cause keep it to me, a jaisa asemo a ye tweno esre ene abasei. Okay, and also no adwenkyere. Ye kakakra eka ho na afi no. Me fa mungra ensamba ko ne mienu bi mu na yeni enkomo efa efri hodum. Nana ya Mensa was say departure or arrival besides the environment doesn't look kotoka to me. Eti according to Nana ya Mensa ne de wono de ohwe pictures ne images a ebetuto dwana minim so adwuma wo kotoka de. I don't actually know. Was say baby a place no esisi no enya de se kotoka edema no. I don't know mo amoye adwuma wo kotoka no mon clear ehonum emfa emaye. And James Obeng was say, where is the content on the aircraft? That is the most important thing for us Ghanaians. And to also ebusa enoma na ewo plane no emu. Unfortunately, Mr. Kwachi Ofusu ochese na enoma Ghana for ebi edwene no enye bi enewo mukura. Chris Jackson was say, Massa, we are not fools so. And this unfolded video cannot divert the whole conversation about the airmaid cocaine issue. I just 3 months okay. In just 3 months, cocaine from left, right, and center, including NDC MPs, now Ghana has become a cocaine hub. Reckless managers. Okay, I don't know. Or just say, Bosome me and Sapana say cocaine. Ghana who is left, right, center, just any up and down. Your father be an cocaine, SIA. Na NDC, MPC, they say, Oma Dan Ghana say cocaine hub. To me manage Ghana a year. Anthony Joe was Tony. One also say, and it took them 2 years to complete the settings. Cocaine government. On also HSA NNA we say no enkrofo abomodin ena omo abomo adwene ewo underground pa ena omo de ebe kire Ghana efo. Na Bitka one also say, but this is not Ahmed N28 Ahmed N823 AM. And no dear, mention that any day or no air actually, but whatever the case is, no. And also, I can chilling be. Now, the question I busa and say, this Ahmed a free Angola, Metra Luanda, EBC or my Ghana mono. Yes, say technical fault. Say technical fault na a buy, you know. Say a bia landing gear no said ye offer sukwache eka ye na anka make sense kakra but say wo ka say purposely flight no eba for refueling no eno echire ma adwen kakra say ye crew no ahomegye a anka make sense but so okoka say omo bafo refueling na eno no me pache wo because de minim kakra ne say flight de ebetu a omo a check fuel no omo nim distance bia no fuel no baby a ewo se ekosi. Enti the question is said ye kwachofosu kan ho asem se efri se Angola na eba Ghana mu no Angola for an check se fuel no entumi mfo mu nko baby a omu eko ana asam na no de menkasa cocaine ewo mu but said ye asam no so etie no questions ne potholes so wo mu no ye kasa cocaine wo mu so ensehwe because entumi enkoba se flight and say a place like Kotoka bebia planes ejina ye betumi akase cameras any honum da asem no maso pa kakra because nanka de Ghana for pen say sene said ye kwachofosu de asem we ebetu dwa no any videos are or de ebetu dwa de kire ye no eno de ebeka say bia omu yi no ma ne wie ye no na kire na nkrofo etwitwa videos etinka cameras a ehwe aeroplane no ema no elande ye ana these two aeroplanes no ebe lande ye any other two na eba ye ebe boa these two aeroplanes no so sankenya that particular camera na ena nkibe hu but say ye can be ama NDC4 and I say ye can be edi ama MPP F4 asem no enye clear sa emfa emame but whatever the case is no o de yankuye nim eno ti sa twa screen yi ani a we no eye cargo plane no yes eno ana esi honom no a chese ne ani engineers o mo chese engineers na ejirejina ehon no eno ne de se obagye adi se wonyini no eno no individual differences yes eno no individual differences ena we say no so omu echire mu a eno ma na ewuwo mu no ebra na omu checks no eno so ena wunhu no se omu chese oil drilling equipment ena na ewum eno nti cargo no baako ani na ye hunu se omu se atwa another video de ekire cargo another cargo mai chese so se bia anka cargo we se no esi honom no anka chinindie aba ho a monyanyansa atwa cargo baako no anka sanka mutumi etwa de another one ni ehunu se ampa cargo mienu ene baaye but ade na ano edin eno ne ye mema dwenkyere ba de enko enimo afa yanko the track of the flight mamefa and screen yikura enim na afa no yanko emu mako yes yanko emu mako na yenhwe se ebia eno nso no entiase betumi aye adwuma enu ti ye bedi kan ahye ase e de afiri air mid no flight na omudefa ayarefo no anase omude medical purposes no eho ade no omu ekire mu a hwe date yo de me highlight hwe date, origin, destination, departure time and arrival time. Yes, this 5 no hwe ni ye na ye komu Ahmed number N823 AM. Omuchema on the 18th of March. Ana etu edi free Birmingham. Se shuttle Swoto today International Airport. Eno ewo America memo. Ana eba St. John's International and also ewo Canada. E free America 7 enumere American time 7. Ana ebedru Canada 1:37 AM. Ahomache. Anase odeshuomu. Na ewie ye no ana e free St. John's on the 19th of March 2025. St. John's International Canada. Ena eba Santa Maria. Eba Santa Maria. Eno Portugal. Yes. Na time wa to free Canada no. Na 2:38 a.m. ahomache na. Ena ebeduru Santa Maria mechira Portugal. Airport honom no so 7:15 a.m. anopa. Na saye free honom a on the 19th krona. Ena aeroplane no emedi etu free Santa Maria Portugal ena call Gran Canaria International Airport ewo Spain. Na omo chira Gran Canaria island. Na island dia ewema so kakra because in a way no akwaye to say island dia dwuma ye ankrofo di ne island no mu amunim island no na mobeti ase enya me na mechiri mu ewo hase eno so every Santa Maria Portugal eko Spain Gran Canaria International Airport no etu 7:51 a.m. anopa every Portugal ena ekoduru 10:41 a.m. ewo Spain Gran Canaria. Okay, fine. Aha ena asem ne wono according to Kwachi Ofosu or kire say plane yi every Gran Canaria no eko Angola Rwanda na every Rwanda no ene ba of my Ghana mu eti ase no ena inconsistencies no ebi ehim eti plane no etu on the 20th of March 2025 every Gran Canaria International Airport baby a meche so omu kiremu a ehonom ne island no ena eba Kotoka International Airport na chese anko Angola na etu free Gran Canaria honom no ahomache 4 yanka ne say 5 because na 4:59 a.m. ene bedru Ghana anopa no yes ebedru Ghana anopa no 9:02 a.m. Se wo hwe alupreyi baby a ejina bia na enche achekura no maybe ebia hours bia edebekwa ko wura day nim so ahu into the emphasis achekura no one day but adentina o my Ghana mu kwa na alupreyi etumi ebabedi this whole days ewo honum on the 20th omu chem se ebesi wo of my Ghana mu no edi 5 days because say omu kire se ene enya problem enunti on the 25th of March 2025 ene alupreyi me kire Ahmed number no N823 a.m. no etu free Kotoka International Airport ena sade nani ekire Gran Canaria etu Kotoka International Airport 1:02 a.m. ahomache ena ekoduru Gran Canaria ho island honum no ekoduru honum 5:13 a.m. Now the question is Angola be any baby out Gran Canaria your friend say if free Gran Canaria ba Kotoka if free Kotoka ne call Gran Canaria Angola Luanda no eno ebesi mu sei asam ne yeme nwanwa pa I don't actually know say ebia calculations no ena Kwachi Ofosu mistake dia I don't actually know but say your head tracking a year the doubt be ba say cocaine kura enimu a enfam baby no ebe for so ama cocaine ababa begum so ho ewo ya adwenem asem no ano edin ano edin. Na another question me say busa ne say mediki aka kire wo say this particular flight emedi flight ye defa ayalefu for medical purposes o enu ti no say efri America ekọ Canada no say odi obi atumu enu de minim ho asem say efri Canada ekọ Portugal say odi obi tumu enu minim ho asem say efri Portugal ekọ Spain Gran Canaria ho say odi obi tumu ana odi aduro koma obi eho de minim ho asem mintumi nka. But say elupre no betumi every Gran Canaria no ababa veduru oman Ghana mu na wono awanfo obi ama wono nso awama mefo obi anko eduro nim eno amefa eduro nso emfiri oman Ghana anko na yempokra no Ghana obi yare a yemmum ene yede ne kɔ aman fufuro mu ekosa ne yade nti eno kra de enya possible enu nti the question is elupre yi your friends say medi omu edi loto bi ana omu se wo ne yemfa fuel engum na yentwia na fuel no chese ensa na embed lande ewo my Ghana mu ana menka bi ma obi awo but asem no ye nyina no ye wo adwene a ye de esusu ensem ho na saa adwene ya no ene yedi esusu ho ahwe se asem yi nokura bi obabi ana nokura bi eni baby a ade na no odin yenkoso wo mu kiremu a on the 25th no a ekọ Gran Canaria ehonom no mame efa entoso efri kotoka ene kọ Gran Canaria yes efri Gran Canaria honom no on the 25th krona ene kọ Santa Maria Portugal and from Spain to Portugal. A free Santa Maria and a course St. John's just America. Friends say Canada and Memu. Just what to say inconsistencies. A be our baby pa. Na Yamfa NCSA. Na me pesa me call your friends say the other flight Kavokunu ensu emu but I think say we no enough for you bet to me and make 1 or 2 judgment be a day free mu emra no emma yen kwan emma men call the other flight no ono so a track no emu can say come do ubebo awrem ana ode mame fa mongurem yan hwe eno so kakra bi yenche ewo hokra eti yes mame hwe na me fa masisia okay yes this particular one no emed mempe emed no debi emre makwan we de momfa encheme pa momfa encheme enuti so far no se hwe ensem ya aba abetodwana ye betumi de adwene afa ho se ade we de ene bibi wo mu kakra because na nsen ko ke ho nsem a ene sika ye che no container mu a chese ene ewo manim no ano edin because enye easy say ye betumi ache cocaine about 3.something tons ewo omanim ni abeka kire ye se ye de kuduo mu koduo no be dey alodu 3.something tons of cocaine na anyenye bia kra no hwan ene ma tepofo no 3.something tons o ade na no odin in any case no sa emedi eno so enya flight I defa cocaine eno ti cocaine no de begu he ana se cocaine no omudigu cargo nim na omude emed no so eba be shame said de be betumi aklosu case no in a way asem no drop wadwenkyere eto comment section no ase na se MPP o se NDC o omunyina duka daya fo na niamu ye no ebebo mo amutiri so ne mapampa so se mo behwe ama sabi oman no asai na mo the political party sabi amo pe favor e de ama political party nti oman no ensai ye kura no red unim red ho asem ye nyanka nwie tramo ho asem ye nyanka nwie yutu se wo ye ya na obi atwituo ye nyanka ho asem nwie ni esa be ma ho kwan ama cocaine ene nooma etete saa no aba oman ni mu a esaya na ne bebo ye ntiri so ene ampampa so because untimi meka nkyere me say the whole kotoka baby a flight iko si ye pack ye no nko ade camera eni honom asem no anoden so won subscribe ya bomodi na subscribe na turn on the notification bell said the be na the video bia na update bia ebeto so awonsa ebeka no nya bi ahwe so Facebook abomodi na follow ye na beka WhatsApp TV ebusuaku no ehun mesere wo pa #support Kofi Adoma ngwani eye campaign na ekoso for information see good screen see ni YouTube wa de obetumi akọ description box nim no for information no e de afrimu no so otumi agina so asende bibi kakra e de support ye nua panye Kofi Adoma ngwani ye besa hyebium na bedin komoba until then no de macau